Good afternoon. Welcome to MIB Trieste School of Management. Let's welcome our MIRM 25 graduates with a big applause. Ladies and gentlemen, hardened guests, professors, staff, families, welcome to the graduation day of class 2024. Thank you for being here as we celebrate this important milestone. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the graduates, families and friends watching this event in live stream. Gentili ospiti, grazie della vostra presenza qui alla cerimonia di consegna dei diplomi del MIRM 25. Ho il piacere di dare benvenuto anche a tutti coloro i quali ci stanno seguendo online. Now I wish to give the floor to our Dean, Professor Andrea Tracugna.
MIRM graduates, families, friends, fellow faculty, MIB staff, students of ours, alumni, esteemed keynote speaker, very welcome at this palace, our home, where we celebrate such events periodically. For us, recently, we opened the academic year in September. We had several opportunities for celebrating grand openings of the new MBA edition, the new MIRM edition, setting new records in international participants. We also celebrated the reunions of the Alumni Association in a beautiful venue in Venice a few weeks ago. The reunion of the Origini program, the 23 editions of the Origini program, hosting more than 160 people coming from many different countries and crossing many different generations of students. And here we are today celebrating your accomplishment. We celebrate a master's of ours that is quite important, which we launched almost 25 years ago. We will celebrate this anniversary on January 2025. You represent, that's a very important milestone for us because 25 years are quite important and also because we set with this program a clear positioning for the school within the landscape of business schools all around the world. A positioning in the insurance industry that complements very well our historical positioning on international business. MIRM was designed and launched and run for many years under the academic guidance of the late Professor Ermanno Pitacco, which passed away a couple of years ago. So we very much miss him. In the 25 years since the launch of MIRM, this program and the school itself has become a platform for the interaction between academia and the world of practice, the world of business. We have developed broad and strong connections with industry leaders, big consultancies, academics, practitioners, policymakers, regulators. Maybe it's very different today as it was, at the beginning of this program. And from this position, which we have set over the years, we have had the privilege to observe firsthand the many changes, the many evolutions in the financial industry, and also, the major macro trends affecting the global society and the world economy. Not only we have been able to preserve over the 25 editions of this program the international footprint of the school, which is evident in the composition of the students' body, coming from many different countries, but also from the composition of the faculty of the school, and also the many connections we have at the international level. Here we are today. So we are celebrating your accomplishment, the 25th edition, and we are running already the 26th. We have been offering this program for so many years on a regular basis that this program has achieved a very clear standing and position in the managerial education world. A unique positioning, which is also proof of the value of the degree you are getting today. A continuity that is also a precondition for developing what we target so much, that is a sense of belonging to a community which crosses different generations of students. Of course, continuity for us is so very important, but also innovation, and I'm now more focusing on the school itself. We have recently launched new programs, specific executive MBA, but also several corporate masters. So the portfolio of activities for MIB is not, fixed, but it's ever evolving. We try to stay aligned with the evolution on the managerial disciplines, particularly in respect to the applications of AI in the world of business. On top of this, we are committing, which is quite a recent move of ours, more and more resources in research initiatives, particularly through the Center for Insurance Research that we have established in memory of Ermanno Pitacco. We are recruiting new faculty members, so the faculty body is enlarging, and new priorities are set in the sustainability direction, and in particular through the establishment of the new MIB Foundation, which is aimed at pursuing very interesting initiatives in the areas of sustainability, ESG, and social actions in general. We are supported as the school by our stakeholders, the stakeholders that are represented in the consortium behind the school. There is a consortium of both private and public institutions. Some of the most important stakeholders are also included and represented in the board of directors. And the chairman of the board is here today with us to deliver the keynote speech, the president of MIB, Dr. Borean. We are also supported by the vision and the leadership of the founder of the school and now CEO of the school, Professor Nanut. And of course, when I use the plural, I mean the faculty and the staff of the school that, because we ourselves are very much active in providing this institution a clear strategic direction. In laying the conditions for our development in the future, of course, we are not forgetting the fact that, the masters are our key, product and key initiative. And so we pay great attention to the preservation of the quality of the training and also of, the value of your efforts that you have been making for 12 months or more in terms of time, in terms of energy, in terms of commitment, and in terms also of financial investments. We are also active in the preservation of the academic standing of this institution, particularly through the international accreditations. But of course, we know very well that the key asset of a master's program and training initiatives are the participants themselves. In this case, you. And we are very grateful and honored that you have chosen MIB as a companion for this period of training and investment in your social capital. We hope that there will be soon new opportunities of working together, both at the individual level or within the alumni association. In closing this speech, I congratulate warmly you all for these accomplishments and for this well-deserved degree. And I extend my best wishes for a future rich of professional and personal successes. Long live MIB and long live its graduates. Thank you.
Now I give the floor to the director of the master's program, Professor Federica Seganti.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, dear graduates, family and friends, good afternoon. We are today celebrating the conclusion of the 25th edition of our Master in Insurance and Risk Management. And this month we can celebrate the 26th edition of our Master, which started a couple of weeks ago. We are really proud of these significant results. To face a social and economic scenario even more complex, the updated of the MIRM contents are progressed further. Actually, this updating constitutes a challenging and a never-ending process. The field of risk and insurance indeed provides an outstanding example of need and for a progressive innovation in the subjects delivered to and the problems discussed in a master class. The scenario in which the insurance company work is rapidly evolving. Economic, financial, social, and demographical issues depict a dynamic context in which insurance products have to be tailored to a changing need of the customer and the consumers, and of course have to be designed to a sound risk management policy of the insurers. Innovation is then a must, and I am sure that our master program can carry out very well this stimulating task too. And this can be done thanks to a strict cooperation involving the insurance industry, the consultancy, and the academy, a cooperation that has underpinned all master activities since the MIRM Foundation in 2000. Let me now turn to some specific issues concerning this edition, the 25th edition of MIRM. First, our students, 21 full-time participants coming from China, Greece, Brazil, Bulgaria, Morocco, Serbia, Kazakhstan, Vietnam, Colombia, Japan, and Italy. And 7 part-time participants coming from Slovenia, China, Malaysia, Germany, Spain, and Italy. 30 as the average age at the commencement of MIR courses, 4.3 years as average working experience, various type and levels of university degrees in the following areas: law, economics and management, business consulting, finance, industrial engineering, statistics, actuarial and financial math, accounting and finance, insurance and risk management, business administration, finance and control, statistics and actuarial science, physics, banking and finance, international economics, and financial markets, international accounting and finance, international and comparative relations. Then the corporate side. The financial support consisted in scholarships provided by Fondazione Gasbarri, Alleanza Assicurazioni, KPMG, Advisory, Assicurazioni Generali, Allianz, and ANIA. Internship and placement offered by Allianz Group, Gruppo Assicurazioni Generali, EY, KPMG, Lungoraggio, and Orion Reinsurance. Finally, the MIB staff. A staff engaged in the master management, administration, teaching organization, tutorship, contributor assistance, internship management, and placement. The teaching staff, that is the MIRM core faculty and the visiting faculty, mainly persons coming from insurance company, consultancy, auditing, and risk management firms, as well as from various universities. As program director of this master, I wish to express a warm thanks to all the managers, the professionals, and the practitioners who have given the proof of a strong interest in culture and professional development. Moreover, the MIRM program has two important certifications, one given by ASFOR, the Italian accreditation system, and the second one given by EFMD, the European Foundation for Management Development. Thanks to these special awards, the MIRM is a benchmark of excellence for Italian and international managerial education in the field of insurance and risk management. And according to the Eduniversal Best Master Ranking, MIRM is ranked number 6 in insurance risk and actuarial science at the worldwide level. The success of a master program depends not only on its wide contents or in the methodologies applied, not even in the size of the international network. The key ingredient, as our dean said before, is the participants. What really counts and can make the difference is, in other words, the human element. And beyond the qualities of everyone, what counted a lot in the success of this edition was the strong integration between participants and your willingness to share knowledge and experiences. It was a mix of energy, motivation, and enthusiasm that made it possible to transform a master course, however good and excellent, into an experience that has left its hallmark on you personally. That has transformed a professional and learning process into a life-changing experience. The result has been a year that has contributed to your personal growth and enrich your own individual values. Values like personal integrity, social awareness, and responsibility. The emphasis on value is important to fully assess the return on investment in attending the MIRM. In our view, the outcomes of a master program must be evaluated not only in terms of knowledge growth or in terms of improvement in your management culture, but also to be found in the development of your personal skills and in the construction of a network of working and personal relation with other people. You are now part of several networks of relations that bound you to your course companion, to the graduates from all editions of the MIRM, to all the alumni of MIB Trieste School of Management, the faculty, and the companies. You have the great responsibility of developing and making the most out of this legacy of relations. As a closing remark, I wanted to express this gratitude for having had the privilege to work with such an excellent group of people as you are. Now, after looking back over the MIRM experience, it's now time to looking forward. Today, you all start a long road along which you must take a decision that will be decisive for your future. Career planning and career management, this will be your life motive in the coming years. Over the past month, we have tried to prepare you for these choices, giving you guidance and advice. My wish for you on behalf of the school, teaching, faculty, and staff is that you can soon identify the road that is most suitable for you, and you can always obtain the greatest possible satisfaction in your work. It's now time for you to receive your master's degree in insurance and risk management. Be proud for this qualification that you have earned through great effort. And with it, bear high the name and the prestige of our school. MIRM class of 2024. My warmest wish to all of you. Thank you.
Since the very first edition of our master's programs, the community of our graduates, the Alumni Association, has been constantly growing year after year. Today, it has more than 2,800 members in 90 countries on all continents. The association actively participates in placement support, promoting contacts among companies, and offering our graduates a range of opportunities for networking and replacement. A representative of the Alumni Association, Mrs. Clara Mattos, will speak today on behalf of all the colleagues via Zoom. So Clara, please. Okay, Clara,
Good afternoon.
the floor is yours.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, MIB staff, and honored guests. What a pleasure it is to be talking to you today. I am Clara Mattos. I am a graduate of the Origine Italia program of 2021, and I am part of the MIB Alumni Association since last October, so I am part of the new board, and we have been working together for 1 year now. And first of all, I would like to congratulate you all for this incredible achievement, graduating in MIB. I know it hasn't been easy. It was a journey full of hard work and dedication, but now you can finally enjoy the well-deserved sense of accomplishment and also enjoy these upcoming chapters, this exciting new chapter of your career. And of course, I would like to welcome you to the alumni group now as MIB and MIRM graduates. We are, as mentioned, a group of more than 2,800 alumni all over the world. Half of us are in Italy, half of us are around the world on all 5 continents. And we are a very strong global network. We connect all the alumni group and companies through support, collaboration, shared experience. We promote events, aperitivos, and as mentioned by our Dean, Andrea Tacogna, we had in September, the 21st of September, Saturday, our MIB alumni reunion in Venice, in Procurateria in Venice, a beautiful place, generally hosted by Generali. And I take this opportunity to thank again Mr. Cristiano Borean for making it possible. We had a pleasure of having more than 200 people in presence and more than 150 online. And this event showed the power of our community. Next year, we have the 20th anniversary of the Alumni Association, and it would be a pleasure to have you as active and vibrant participants in our MIB alumni community. I also invite you to follow us on our LinkedIn and Instagram page to be posted on everything we do. And if you need anything, any support, we are a big group of alumni now, and it would be a pleasure to help you. And yeah, once again, I would like to congratulate you all for this remarkable achievement. I look forward to seeing you collaborating with us in the board of alumni. And welcome to the family of the alumni of MIB. Thank you.
Okay. Now I invite Professor Traconia to take the floor again.
Graduations are moments of celebration, but also of reflection and confrontation. It is the tradition of the school to invite to such events outstanding personalities of the world of business. In doing this, we aim to inspire ourselves and our graduates and offer them and us bright examples of personal and professional achievement, but also compliance with high values and leadership and accountability traits. Today we are very pleased and honored to host Dr. Cristiano Borean, the Chief Financial Officer of Generali Group and Chairman of the Board of MIB. Dr. Borean graduated in physics at the University of Trieste, followed by a PhD in particle physics with an experiment done at Stanford University. Before joining Generali, he did research at CERN in Geneva and at Stanford University. He joined Generali Group, the head office, in 2003 in the role of derivatives trader, becoming in 2004 fixed income portfolio and treasury manager in the Generali UK branch. In 2005, he was appointed deputy head of financial risk management for group project coordination. In 2006, he was senior analyst in the asset and liability department of Generali France, with focusing over savings and pension business. From 2007, he was in charge of the quantitative finance and deputy head of strategic asset allocation in Generali head office. 2009, he joined Genetel as head of non-motor sector, becoming in 2012 head of products and services area. In 2013, he was appointed group head of corporate finance of Generali head office. In 2015, he was appointed chief financial officer and member of the executive committee of Generali France. Since 2018, he has been the group CFO of Generali Group, and since 2021, he has been the chairman of the board of MIB Trieste School of Management. We thank a lot Dr. Borean for being with us today, and we kindly invite him to deliver his speech in front of our graduates. Dr. Borean, the floor is yours.
So, first of all, I would like to say thank you to the Dean Traconia, to the program manager, to the program director, to all the professors, but absolutely to all of you, the graduates, the parents and the friends of the graduate. It's an honor for me to deliver this speech today to you, and I would like to start with one very simple thing. Relax. I will not talk about figures, okay? Today, I have one simple objective. One is to show you that if you want to impact, you have to give and not to ask. I will try to explain you with three specific topics how to think and reach around that. I think this is important because you are at a stage where you enter with hope, ambition, and all that you have in your mind after having made a lot of effort to get to here. This is a prestigious, is one of the oldest programs we have in the MIB School of Management. It is extremely well recognized worldwide, and so for sure you have plenty of also pride on what you achieved. I think that today I would like to talk about 3 topics to explain how to reach this objective. The first one is that management is not leadership, and then I will try to articulate with some example about that. The second topic is related to the fact that the great achievements are done together, i.e., I'm talking about the meaning of a team. And the third topic, it's something which I would like to deep dive a little bit more, which is the concept of the so-called generous leader. Let me try to explain you something about the first point. Management is not leadership. So the first point is, usually I try to make this example. When you go and you enter into the world in the corporations, or even if you start your journey, unless you start immediately as a startup, let's say, build of yourself business, you start from making things. In Italian, we say fare. The second step usually happens when you ensure that things are made. In Italian, it is translated far fare. But then there is a third element, which you could try to aspire, and you should try to aspire, which is to make it happen. In Italian, it is translated as far accadere. And this topic, the third one, is the leadership. Ensure it is made is the management side. And this is a different. I would like to make another example. In order to try to make the distinction and the focus on this topic of being more a leader than a manager, which it is not a bad thing being a manager, but it is something else on top, which is not necessarily even in overlap with that. One good attitude towards that could be to try to believe or not. You have to ask yourself one question. Can I be a better version of myself? Can you be a better version of yourself without being selfish or inner-centered? Let me try to explain better this concept. Let's start from one of the most important things which makes us making decision. And you think, after having done risk management, it is rationality. It is what are your feelings. Many of the decisions are taken because of feelings. And I've seen even in the finance world, many people making decisions also because of feelings, which sometimes is good, but sometimes is bad. But feelings are very important. But when you are in a process of managing people already, it is important, even more for leadership, is to understand that the bad feelings, fear, anger, or something where you feel bad, it is inside, it's an inner feeling. When you are envious, or when it's something, it is acting inside of you. You know what happens when you do that? You are focusing inside of you, and the things happening around you get a little bit lost. You are not focused on what is around you. And the leader is always focused on something which is around him. It is important, this one, and it is difficult. And this is something which you really need to practice. But this is a good example. It is a distraction. The bad behavior inside are a distraction towards this. Another part which I touched upon before was the fact that, as I told you, the great achievements are done together, which is basically, as I told you, being a team. And you know, one of the most, really the basic thing, the really what we call the hygienic factor in being a team, but it is not a simple one, is the trust. And starting from my not glorious past of playing basketball, okay, I would like just to share some example of what meant to be trustable among each other. The nice thing about basketball, for the people who doesn't know the sport, is that in any case you play offense, the whole team, 5 people, okay, and you play defense, the whole team, 5 people. It is not that someone stays defense and someone stays only offense, okay? You stay all together. And having the trust of knowing that if you just go up to the rim, so to the very end of the, to try to score, there is still a teammate behind you ready to start the defense. Because if you are imbalanced, the things are not working. And this is quite an interesting example. I have another example of the importance of being a team. Mentor I had always asked me a simple question, and I know that this has been touched upon before, but I will come back later. He asked me, do you want to be the best CFO, or do you want to be the CFO of the best company? Okay? And it is completely different. It is a completely different focus, okay? And this is quite important. And people start telling me, when it happens, maybe you are named the best CFO, whatever, but I'm saying to my team, I want to be the best finance area in Europe. By the way, for the people who were here 2 weeks ago, I had the pleasure to have a colleague. I was ill. I was unable to come to listen to him, he is the CEO of insurance for the Generali Group. Basically, he owns 85%, sorry, the only number I'm giving you, 85% of the P&L of the whole group. And if you hear and listen to his speech, he exactly described the point of being the CEO of the best insurance company, not the CEO, the best CEO. And this symbiotic convergence of objective allows a team to work extremely well. This is a quite important thing. Let me go on with another example of being on this topic one. I go back to basketball. I'm very boring, I'm sorry. I did a few things in my life, okay? Physics, basketball, and finance and insurance. But the reality is, my superhero when I was younger was Michael Jordan, probably the best, not probably, the best basketball player, in my opinion, ever played. At the beginning, he was the best scorer and the best defensive player, which is an incredible thing, but he was not winning. Then he decided to stop shooting up to the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. You know, there are 4 quarters in a basketball game. And he tried to involve more the team. And then, for the people who doesn't know, he won 6 NBA titles, okay, as a team. Now, let's go into the journey of the topic of the generous leadership. We hear sometimes about that. I don't know if you heard about that, but I would like to explain this meaning. Because having touched upon the first 2 things, leadership, playing with a team, the generous leader is the step of a choice each one can have, whether to do it or not. That would be my better aspiration. Because the generous leader always watches outside. He is aware of himself inside. I go back to what I told you before. The bad feelings, the situation which are bringing to be selfish on what are your internal feelings is a distraction. Is not allowing you to focus on how to give and not to ask, okay? Being generous means clearly putting the common result and the benefits always first. This is not a simple, it is simple to say, but sometimes could be tricky to act. I take an example on a personal experience. Could be very easy. You know, in a company, the CFO usually is the one giving the targets, deciding the ambition for the business unit, sharing clearly with the CEO. But at the end, to make everything get into the ambition needed, you need to add up things. You know, it's mathematics. moving the ambition one side to the other in a company, in another company, you can change behaviors and could be extremely dangerous if these decisions are taken not in a generous way, if are taken in a different way. You see my point? Because you can influence things, but you need not to influence because you have to first have in mind the common result and the common benefit. It is a very simple other example of generous leadership is that you build the future if you are a generous leader. You focus on planting seeds. What do I mean by planting seeds? Planting seeds when you manage a team is having your team grow. Having your team grow is a quite important thing because you are working on the future. You are acknowledging that you are just like, you know, there are the comets, no, in the sky. The comet passes, continues to go on, but passes in your side, stays just for a time because the objective is just to move and continue and go on. And when there is one, there is another one. So acknowledging that your duty is not permanent, is just to create the best possible future is a very important thing. Think also about that. It's not simple. Again, many distractions are inner looking in your life. Ambition, power, money, and a lot of things could influence you. You have to make the decision. You are free to decide. You want to be extremely wealthy, you do the trader. You create your own company, but even if you create a company, you need to bring people together. You need to be a leader. You can't avoid that. There are very few things where you can do only alone, you see? Then, again, another concept, simple things. I will not talk about complex things, but simple but complex to implement because it requires a lot of, let's say, consistency. I will talk about this later, a habit. Take the example of what I can say in a simple sentence. I call it sharing is caring. Why it is important? Think about when you manage people or when you have to explain why you do things to people. At the end of the day, it is impossible to bring people aligned on a vision, work together, make effort together, if you don't explain why, if you don't share. You cannot only ask, you need to give, okay? And this is a clear example how sharing means caring as an important element. There are synonyms about what the generous leadership are. For example, sometimes it's called also servant leadership in the, let's call, management literature, okay? I'm talking to professors, so I have to say the management literature. But servant leadership and the generous is the same. It is, again, building about the future, create your own succession, thinking of the comet. You are just there for a while. You need to create the room for the best. I make an example now about physics. This is history, it's a famous one. When Isaac Newton did his, I think, examination of optics or electromagnetism at university, his professor decided after the examination, say, okay, I step down, I give you the chair. It was Cambridge, okay? It's not a small university, because you are already there prepared. Thinking about creating a better future, a better person, even than you, is not a loss. It's not that someone is better than you. You create a better thing if you just move the paradigm out of you into the external. You see? Again, you give, you don't ask. Then, to achieve this is quite complicated because you need to work a lot on yourself. And you have to do it on a daily basis. Someone told me once that leadership is not a gift, it is an habit. Here I come to the habit concept, okay? It is a habit if you want to follow it, okay? And it is a quite important habit. So, I would like just to share a couple, no more than two, couple of examples, let's say, of topics around with example to show what does it mean, this kind of generous leadership, no? One is making small acts that will have big impacts, the so-called generous moments. I say, what is this? Say that you are in a company and you focus on simple details. You manage people, you have responsibilities. Just saying hello, smiling to your colleagues is bringing positive, and is bringing that you care about them. Listening to situations sometimes which are not relevant for the company, for yourself, but are relevant for the person talking to you about, is another act of being generous, because you are dedicating your time to listen to about that. And it is quite important. I had a personal, about one of these examples of making or saying thank you when things are also done. When I was a young middle manager, they assigned me a task to try to build a framework for a very, very complicated product, which was absolutely, historically, in perspective, not profitable for basically any company in the world who did it. Maybe you touched upon when you did the MIRM. It is called variable annuities, and it is a product which has a very complicated interdependence and the dependence on the market, very complicated to guarantee that you stay within some risk around that. We launched the project, and then one day, after the project was launched, I got a phone call, and they told me, you have to come to the CEO office. And usually when you receive a call that you are called by the CEO out of the blue, I said, what did I do? No? Oh my gosh, no? Something bad went there. And at that time we had two CEOs. One was overseeing more the finance and the Italian business, and the other one was on the international. So the CEO overseeing international received me in his room and said, I just want to tell you, I want to thank you for what you achieved. You know, you are a middle manager. Generali has 80,000 people, 84,000, second number I gave to you today, okay? You are a middle manager, there are, I don't know, 20,000 middle manager, over 80,000 people. A CEO taking the time to say thank you because you achieved, it's something which I think is an example of the so-called importance of the small moments, okay? And this is quite important element on really this example, which I think focus on the small things, the so-called generous moment. Then another example is when you are a manager or people think that you can be a leader. People think sometimes, he is doing an infinite amount of things, rolling all around the world, no? Described like people being able to do many things. You need to be vulnerable to show you cross your own line about that, and you give up the mask because you are a person. You are a person. We are a person. And when you ask help to your team, is not something which shows weakness. It is something which shows simply what you are, a human being. And in the concept of a team, we help each other, okay? For example, personally, I had sometimes some family health issue which I have to manage, and I ask help to my team, and they help me, and they even got into solidarity around that. And this is quite important. There is, I mean, leadership is not being Superman, is not even management, even less, okay? So basically, I'm close to the end. As usual, I'm the last obstacle between yourself and the graduation. I just wanted to share this concept. And if you really want to improve whatever you are going to do, after having done so much effort to get and to achieve this graduation and this knowledge and this also prestige that this school can bring you, I think you just need to synthesize and make this decision. No, if you want to impact, you have to give and not to ask. And to do that, you simply, but unfortunately not too much, simply have to be the best version of yourself on a daily basis. It's that the job you have to do. And my suggestion is just a few tips with some experience, 2 pens, no more, but I hope could be useful for you. Now, it is time to celebrate, to enjoy, to get what you deserved. I really thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Borean. I'm sure that our students and soon graduates will remember forever your words. So now let's start a conferring of degrees. So I ask Professor Tracogna, Professor Seganti to get close to the table. Teodora Birmancevic from Serbia. Gabriele Brunello from Italy. Giovanni Carlesso from Italy. So Alex Chan from Hong Kong. Alex is connected via Zoom. Hello, Alex. Congratulations. If you want
Thank you.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank
That's
you.
what I was asking.
Great pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stefano Coran from Italy. Tommaso Cortivo from Italy. Nilaveni Katir Chelvan from Malaysia. Nikolaos Kelaidis from Greece. Anna Kim from Kazakhstan. She is on Zoom. Hello, Anna. Congratulations. Can you hear us? Maybe she's not there. Maybe she has no internet. Okay, here she is. Hello, Anna. Congratulations.
Yeah, hello, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, here she is.
Okay, Anna.
Oh, Anna,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Guan Qingchu from China is also on Zoom. Kennedy, hello. Congratulations. You want to speak, Kennedy?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you, Professor Antonietta.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Lorraine Leung from Hong Kong. Liliana Petrova from Bulgaria. Giovanna Popovic from Serbia. Grita Regasse from Morocco. Daniel Felipe Rueda Navarro from Colombia. Kaique Santana dos Santos from Brazil. Toya Midori from Japan. She's not in, and she's not online, unfortunately, but we congratulate her. Petra Silla Vivian from Italy. Degrees with honors. Davide Cosatti from Italy. Antonio Diana from Italy. Hoa Nguyen Thi Phuong from Vietnam. Mattias Klabas from Italy. Degrees with high honors. Miguel Alvarez Baez from Spain. Francesco Carbonera from Italy. Enei Markezic from Slovenia. Erghi Mera from Italy. Johannes Jakob Schönenwald from Germany. Andrea Torsello from Italy. It is our tradition, another one, to have one of our graduates deliver a speech on behalf of all their colleagues. So I ask Teodora and then Mattia to take the floor.
Good afternoon, esteemed professors, faculty members, and honored guests. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives as graduates, and I'm truly honored to stand before you as a representative of the Master in Insurance and Risk Management program at MIB Trieste School of Management. It is said that education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Over the past year, we have been privileged to learn from a group of dedicated and accomplished individuals who have not only imparted knowledge, but also ignited within us a passion for the fields of insurance, risk management, and finance. Today, I would like to take a few moments to express our deepest gratitude to the professors and faculty members who have guided us on this journey. First and foremost, I would like to thank the professors for their unwavering commitment to our intellectual growth. Each of you brought unique perspectives, experiences, and expertise to the classroom, challenging us to think critically, expand our understanding of complex concepts. You did not merely teach from textbooks, you equipped us with tools to navigate real-world challenges. Whether it was through case studies, interactive discussions, or industry insights, you always made sure that we could connect theory with practice, something that will prove invaluable in our future careers. We are grateful for the personal attention and mentorship you provided. Many of us arrived at MIB Trieste School of Management eager to learn, but unsure of how to apply our knowledge effectively. Your guidance, both inside and outside the classroom, helped us to shape our goals and develop a clearer vision of our professional paths. You made time for us, answering questions, providing feedback, and offering words of encouragement when we needed them the most. For this, we are truly thankful. I would also like to extend our thanks to the academic and administrative staff who ensure the smooth operation of our program, from coordinating schedules to organizing events and maintaining the high standards of the school. You and your dedication have been instrumental in making our time here both productive and enjoyable, and we appreciate all that you do. Finally, I want to acknowledge the collaborative environment you fostered, which was not only a hallmark of our educational experience, but also a reflection of your commitment to our development. You encouraged us to challenge ourselves, to question assumptions, and most importantly, to learn from one another. This environment of openness and intellectual curiosity has shaped us not only as students, but also as professionals, ready to take on the challenges of our respective industries. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, we do so with the confidence that comes from being well prepared. And for that, we owe a deep debt of gratitude to all of you. Thank you for your dedication, your wisdom, and your unwavering belief in us. We will carry the lessons you have taught us wherever we go, always striving to honor the excellence you have instilled in us. Thank you. And I now leave the floor to my fellow representative, Matthias Tabat.
Thank you. Good afternoon, esteemed professors, faculty members, colleagues, and participants. I'm also truly honored to stand before you as a representative of the IMEB Trieste School of Management. Dear professors and faculty members, I can only agree with Theodora's words. Through your teachings, your passion for what you do, you have enriched us with knowledge, and we are now ready to apply it in the professional world. If you have sown the seeds of knowledge, we were the fertile ground, ready to receive them. This ground is a diverse composition, where each particle strives to do its best, so that this seed can germinate and grow ever stronger. For everything you did for us, we thank you. Dear colleagues, graduates, today is our day. We can finally say we've done it. It is truly wonderful to see you again after all these summer months. I must say that a year has passed, a year that, as it unfolded, seems like 10 years, given how rich the program was and how full our days were. But now, looking back, I have to say that it was a year that flew by. Of course, we all know that it wasn't easy. It was a year full of challenges, obstacles, moments of joy, but also many more demanding times. But this is the strength of this master program, to train us as professionals capable of overcoming obstacles and difficult times with always our head held high. Talking to you this last day, I have to say that I was impressed to see how we all changed through all this year. I remember the first period when we were all a little bit lost. The goal and the destination were not clear to us. But what we all wanted was to change. We were all thirsty for change, a new life, a new career, new opportunities, new goals. I have to say that this journey has allowed us to find all these things. Now I see you all determined and with a clear idea about who you are, how much you are worth, and what are your achievements, and what do you want to achieve. I also must say that we were a very active class, already from the beginning. We've had many adventures together, and this has allowed us to go from being complete stranger to, day by day, a close-knit group, creating friendship that I'm sure will last even outside these walls of the Ferdinandeo Palace, that has seen us grown as professionals, and that protected us as if it were our home throughout this year. Teodora and I, as student representatives, have always tried to make the group even more cohesive, helping even students from outside Italy to settle in and feel less far away from their respective families and countries. And that's how aperitif, lunches, dinners, bowling nights, and day on the beach were organized. Obviously, all these events start with a common thing. That was a message from me. I will create a pool, so please, let's vote. And from there, all the details that I promptly sent you followed. I think that I will be remembered in your memory as the person of the pools. Joke aside, I'm deeply honored to have been chosen as your representative, and I hope that everything that was organized was appreciated by all of you, and that it has given you days of carefree moments when our mind and moods were buried in anxieties, exams, and projects. Obviously, all these words are not only for you guys that you are present here, but are also for the MBA students and all the part-time students that shared with us important moments. And also for the colleagues that every day connected remotely, that allow us to have a constant open window on the rest of the world. Now I wanted to say some words to all of you. Dear guests, families, friends, and to all those present, and also to those who could not be here today. Thank you to you too, because I'm sure that you have always been there for us, especially during the most difficult times, supporting us and not letting us give up everything. To conclude, I want to dedicate a few words to the future students' MIR and MBA program. What I describe here is what you will find. Of course, it will be an uphill journey, full of potholes. But you will see that when you reach the top of this journey, looking back and looking at all the journey you have made and all the obstacles that you overcome, you will be more than satisfied. So remember, whenever it happens, never give up. So congratulations to the class of MIRME 25 from your representative from Cordovado City. Thank you all, and I wish you the best. Now, before continuing, I want to invite Ms. Barone here. We have a small gift for you. And also, do you want to deliver it
to our program director, Federica Seganti.
Thank you for everything, and enjoy.
Thank you very much for the flowers. I really enjoy them. I really appreciate your, how can I say, your thought for me. Just a few more words, and then we will close the official part of the graduation. Dear MIR 25 graduates, Today we mark a special occasion, the culmination of the hard work of students, faculty, and staff, who have joined forces to make MIRM the best possible experience. Here we've had the opportunity to learn and grow, to recognize your weaknesses and better yourself. The skills and values that brought you here, passion, commitment, tenacity, work ethic, have proved to be fundamental in completing this master. My advice is to go on nurturing them, as I'm sure that they will be just as useful wherever life will take you. I also hope that what you have learned during your time here will help you navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. I hope you will keep good memories of your time here, and I warmly invite you to keep in touch with us in the future, since you are and will always be part of our MIB community. Congratulations for today's achievement and best wishes for your future careers. I wish to express our gratitude to your families for the support and the encouragement they gave you to this long and challenging path. Cari diplomati, vorrei dire qualche parola in italiano perché tanti di voi sono italiani e le loro famiglie sono qui. Quindi spero che conserverete un bel ricordo della vostra esperienza al master in questa grande famiglia a cui già appartenete e a cui sempre apparterrete. Quindi grazie a tutti gli ospiti, alle vostre famiglie e buona fortuna. So now the official institutional part of the ceremony is finished. Now it's time to take a picture of the whole group of our graduates. So to do this, our photographer is almost ready, but I ask you please to stand up and to move a little bit on your left. So we will set up the space which is necessary to take this picture. And then, of course, the photographer will take other pictures of you with your parents, with your families and friends, okay? But for the moment, I ask you, please, the audience to stand up and to move a little bit on your left towards our graduates. Thank you.